Good evening, everyone. My name is Isreal Alexander Ramos III, and I am honored to be here tonight to tell everyone here about my Lewis story. It all began in 2011 when I graduated from Oswego East High School and joined the United States Marine Corps. That October, I left for Marine Corps Recruit Depot, San Diego, California, and trained in communications, specializing in networks and data systems. I served overseas in Okinawa, Japan, and Korea for 2.5 years, and then later in Camp Lejeune, North Carolina for an additional year. After completing my active duty service, I returned home to pursue a college education and continue to serve in the Marine Corps Reserves. When I chose to attend Lewis University, I was surprised to learn that they would actually recognize my military experience and translate my Marine Corps training into 33 credit hours towards my core and general education requirements. That gesture immediately showed me that Lewis supports and respects the service and experience that veterans bring to campus. Transitioning back into the real world was not easy. I found myself back in classes, surrounded by students who were younger than me, and many of which had not shared the same challenges that I had experienced in the last 4 years of the Marine Corps. It was a strange feeling being back home and not quite feeling home. Now, that all changed when I met Roman Ortega. Where are you at? There he is. Mr. Roman Ortega, he helped me transition back into the civilian world, along with the student veteran community on campus. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have been able to decompress, I wouldn't have been able to learn about their journeys, and I wouldn't have been able to receive the support that I needed to transition back into civilian life, something I hadn't been able to find anywhere else on campus. Now, it was around this time, during the fall semester of 2017, that I was activated from the Marine Corps Reserves and deployed to the Republic of Georgia. I was worried about my courses and about having to repeat a semester at Lewis, but thankfully, the professors at Lewis University were extremely understanding, and they worked with me to get my coursework completed on time, and they worked with me to complete some of the coursework remotely to ensure that I did not have to repeat a semester. And at that time, my counselor, Dr. Jason Perry, ensured that my return was going to be seamless. When my deployment finished, I moved back in with my father, and he's always worked incredibly hard to provide for me and our family. Juggling 3 to 4 jobs while I was in high school, working nights, weekends, barely getting any sleep. I still don't know how he did it today. Excuse me. And to this day, he is, and he always will be, my hero. And I wouldn't be the man that I am today without him. After returning from my deployment, we faced a little bit of a housing crisis where my dad had to downsize from our home to a 2-bedroom trailer with my stepmother and younger stepbrother. There simply was not enough room for me to stay with them, and unfortunately, I had to find a place to live. With less than a month left to find a place, I was struggling and very hesitant to burden anyone for any assistance. And I was afraid that I would just become another negative statistic among veterans. This is when my wife, Kayla, who was a fellow flyer at the time, reached out to Brother Peter Hannon with an email titled, "I need help for my friend." And Brother Peter replied, "Helping those in need are the ideals that Lewis University was founded on," and immediately began putting things in motion. Within hours, I received a phone call from Roman Ortega saying that he had heard that I might be in need of some help. And I immediately knew who that little birdie was who reached out and asked for that. Lewis had offered me the opportunity to stay on campus at the Fitzpatrick Hall over the summer at no charge. That moment showed me the heart of Lewis University and is one of the major reasons why I am so grateful to this institution. I continued my studies and graduated with a Bachelor's of Science in Computer Science in December of 2019. A few years later, I proposed to my wife, and because Lewis had played such a meaningful role in our lives, we returned to campus to get married. On February 24th, 2024, we exchanged vows in the St. Charles Borromeo Convocation Hall, a place that was central to our growth, our connections, and now our marriage. After building a career in cybersecurity, I decided to pursue a master's degree at Lewis, while working full-time as a Security Operations Center manager and continuing to serve in the United States Marine Corps Reserve. The professors challenged me and provided me an exceptional education that helped me grow as a professional, even through another deployment. After a year and a half, I had earned my Master's of Science in Cybersecurity. Today, I continue to serve in the Marine Corps Reserves with the Marine Corps Cyber Warfare Group, conducting cyber defense operations for our nation. And I'm a director of IT security for a logistics company based out of Chicago. All thanks to the education that I received here at Lewis University. Looking back, I am deeply grateful for the support Lewis University has provided to veterans like me. From translating my military experience into college credits, fostering a supportive community, to helping me navigate my personal and academic challenges, Lewis consistently showed that they value and support their veteran students. Their guidance, encouragement, shaped my education, my career, and who I am today. And for that, I want to say thank you to the Lewis University staff and the donors whose support made this all possible.